Welcome, welcome. What is a spiritual practice? What is sadhana? What is the purpose of a spiritual practice? Well, sadhana in Sanskrit, the yogic traditions, is sadhana for the spiritual practice, which can be spoken in so many ways. One of the purposes of performing a spiritual practice is to be able to distinguish the different dimensions of our being within us. So we can become aware that we are divine or soul, light. We need to be able to see it, to feel it. In a sense, it is an alchemy. And alchemy is a process at times of purifying, refining a matter, refining something in order to extract, to be able to see the gold in it. Let's say there's a whole piece of metal with so many metals, and we refine it, we burn it, we melt everything until we can extract that gold. That's what's there. The same within us is our soul, the consciousness, the love that's within us into our lives, through our personality, through our limited belief system. It cannot be expressed, it cannot be seen. It mixed with anger and shame and blame and all of that, which are also all is divine, yes. Yet it limits us, prevents us from experience, from being that love that we are. So we are refining ourselves. Our vehicle, the mind, the emotion, the body, the sensation, the senses, everything in sadhana. To be able to be present with the gold, the diamond, the presence, the soul, consciousness of Sat Chit Ananda, truth, yes, consciousness, essence, bliss. For that, there's perhaps many ways. One way is practice. Our practices, sadhana is a practice, as a constant dedication to a discipline of a certain practice. Even to be in stillness needs to be taken in action, to withdraw myself from everything and drop into that stillness. It's a practice. To the silence, it's a practice. A practice of refining. And the spiritual sadhana, the spiritual practice is about refining. So the thoughts, the mind, my mind doesn't go into I cannot do it, it's not possible, or look at them, they're so bad, all the distortions of the mind, all those kind of thoughts and limitation and anger, whatever is there. Refine and refine, refine, so I can be able to see, to feel, to be present with love, compassion, bliss, intuition. Yes, these are all qualities that is within you, the qualities of soul within you. Yet it's so mixed and blended with so many other qualities and attributes that we cannot see, cannot find it. So how do we find it? How do we see it? How do we become it eventually? These are the purposes of the different kinds of what we call concentration practices, breath practices, meditation practices, visualization, light. There's so many techniques. One of them is to be able to quiet the mind by going inward and by bringing our attention to a point of that quality, of that light within us, like a spark of light within your heart chakra, because within your heart chakra is the abode of the individual soul, we can say. That Atma. There's a spark there, regardless of everything that goes around it. It can be a mud, a swamp, right? Within it, we look for that milk, yes, that pure essence. It's within. So one practice is to be able to go there and look and look and look and be and breathe with it and be with it and be with it and be with it. In that process, which is called dharana, being inside, in that everything around it becomes a refinement. It's an alchemy. That becomes love, self, presence. That moment the mind expands into dhyan, to meditation, to presence, awareness. Yes. So how do we refine ourselves? Become aware of our actions, our thoughts, our emotions, our behaviors, our patterns, our personality. Becoming aware. Again and again and again. That awareness brings the opportunity of liberation. In that awareness, then we become aware. We can distinguish. We can withdraw ourselves. Simply withdraw for some behavior, from some action, from some pattern. Withdraw, not deny, not decline. Just be with it. Withdraw meaning look at it, not being inside of it. Withdrawing into the diamond within. Not but by rejecting even, not by rejection. Maybe rejecting being inside of, but not by rejection, not by anger. No, by the embrace of love. We're drawing into the refinement of love, of light, of patience, whatever quality you choose, or that point of light within you. Constantly, sadhana is coming back to alignment, back to presence. The moment you find within you, one time, even touching that reminder, touching that presence within, then you can come back to it again and again. Sadhana is coming back to it. The alchemy. Now I can be present again. With that vibration within me, with that soul, with that presence, with that love within me. Now I can act from it again. Being that, becoming that. Enjoy the alchemy. It's very special because in my understanding it only happens for us here human beings on the planet. Angels doesn't have to refine in anything. Or a cosmic being, or all of that wishes to be as a human being is that awareness that I can distinguish between that ego, meaning limited perception that want to preserve itself, and different and anger or judgment to others because I want to stay more important. That's all. There's nothing wrong with it. Distinguish, being able to see, oh, this is just an aspect. Even the body is an aspect. There's a dimension within me of presence of soul. I can enter it. Then I can bring it into everything. Enjoying that. Dedicating ourselves to that. Celebrating that, accepting, embracing that. It is sadhana, it is spiritual practice, and it becomes a way of life, of alchemy. And we can say the human and the divine, the presence is realized as one. There's a liberation of that which we are, that Shakti that we are, that presence that we are, being free through all of aspects of our being. Celebrate that. Sadhana. It's magnificent. Thank you for being together here today.